So something we get asked quite a lot regarding the Adaptable Plotter is how does the dashboard work? That's the area above the screen which has all these various controls and toolbars. And what are the options which are available to you, the user? So the first thing is to explain what the dashboard is. And as I say, it's this area here which is above the grid, and it appears irrespective of what the vendor grid is. And it includes a list of all the functions that are available. It includes columns that you can turn off and on. It includes useful one-click items to get to anything you want. So if you want to create things, you have buttons. And it also has toolbars for a number of different functions. So you've got here advanced search, quick search, layout, export, and filters. So it's very easy to use them. So if you want to do a quick search, you can just basically use this rather than have to open the main window itself. So that's the toolbar. What options are there for you to manipulate it the way you want? Well, the first, of course, is visibility, because we're aware that screen estate is very important, particularly if you've got lots of blotters on a single screen. So we have two things you can do for your toolbar. The first is you can minimize it altogether, so now it just appears here with the name of the current grid. Or in fact, you can actually remove it altogether, you can hide it altogether rather. The toolbar's gone, then anytime you want to get it back, you can either use the Adaptable Blotter hotkey, or you can go show dashboard and it comes back. Then how do you manage what is shown in the toolbars? Well, here you've got two options. The first is to manage which toolbars appear in the dashboard, and you do that through this method here, through this button for the dashboard. And this shows you all the available toolbars. There might be many more. And for each toolbar, you can say whether it's hidden or visible. So for instance, let's hide layout. And also you can move them. So we can move column filter up here, and we'll move advanced search down to there. And then you can see that reflected. There's your quick search. There's your application we added, and advanced search has moved. So you can move toolbars around. And the other thing you've got control of is which buttons appear in your home toolbar. The home toolbar is the only one that you can't close. You can manually close these as well if you wish. And you manage which buttons appear in the home toolbar by clicking configure this thing here. And it shows you all the available buttons. So for instance, if we want to add these options, you can just add them. You can move them around, so we can put flashing cell at the top, and we'll remove column chooser, say. And then if we close that, you now get all the buttons. So you've got the ability to see what you want to see, exactly how you do it. So at runtime, therefore, users are able to move toolbars around, and they're able to hide or show the buttons that they want. But what happens if you want to set it up so they only see what they need? Well, you can do that as well, and you do that through your configuration. So here's some sample configuration here, and you can see that we've got two things going on. The first is that we've set up the toolbar, and what we've said here is we've said that the toolbars which we want visible at startup are the advanced search, the layout, and the quick search, and the buttons we want to see are about, dashboard, quick search, smart edit, column chooser, and bulk update. You can choose from all the functions you want, so you've got complete control over which toolbars and which buttons. And in fact, there's an available toolbars option, which if you set that, means that you can choose which toolbars are even available to use. And we've also set three other things. We've set the zoom to be 0.9, which just makes the toolbar a little bit smaller. 1 is the maximum, so anything less than 1 makes it a little bit smaller. We've also said that in fact it's going to start up as minimized. And we've said we want to show the system status button. The system status button is a button that shows either green, amber, or red, depending on what message you send the Adaptable Blotter describing the server status. So if the server goes down, you'll set it to red with an appropriate message. And the other thing we've done is we've added some function entitlements. So we've said that advanced search and quick search are going to be read-only. So even though they're available, they're read-only. We'll see what that means in the toolbar. And we've also said that plus, minus, and smart edit are hidden. So they're not going to be available at all. So let's now hold on, oops. Here, let's clear current storage, and then let's now restart the Adaptable Blotter. So it's going to use this JSON that we've just looked at here. And now you can see the Adaptable Blotter is reopened. It's open minimized because that's what we've said. You might notice it's slightly smaller because it's 0.9. And as we pointed out, the advanced search, the layout, and the quick search are available. But because the advanced search is read-only, and because the quick search is read-only, this button you can use, but you can't actually do very many options. And ditto with advanced search, you can't create new ones. But if there were some that were preloaded with the blotter, you would be able to select from those. And again, you can see which buttons are here. And if you notice, you'll see that even though we said we wanted the Smart Edit visible button to appear before Column Chooser, actually it doesn't. It goes straight from Quick Search to Column Chooser. And the reason why is because Smart Edit is hidden. And entitlements have higher value than what you put here. So if you make a function hidden, then even if it has a button, it won't appear, because once the entitlement's hidden, it doesn't appear here, which is why you can't see Smart Edit or plus minus in this list either. And the last thing to notice also is that we've now got the system status button, which says the system is green, but obviously that can change if you want it to. So that's the toolbar. Not a lot to it, but it does allow you to choose exactly which toolbar items you want to appear here, which shortcut buttons you want to appear here, and it completely is dependent on your entitlements. So you are able to set up the Adaptable Blotter exactly how you want. As always, thank you for watching, and any questions, please do get in touch. Thanks.